What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with MOFO RC, and today we have some freaking Viper on Viper crime. A little bit of buddy time before Buddy Craig came out. We're like, hey, dude, we're going to drive these cars, and we're like, hey, we haven't shown the Vipers off in a minute. Hey, look, there we go. What a great show off, dude. Great start, dude. Just flip it right over. Well, that's what happens when you do nasty things. We're on the descent. And Sammy's rig is set up pretty well. Still working on getting just totally the kinks worked out. So we are battling a long versus looks like an extra long.
Yeah, so we're just playing follow the leader.
Can't really tell.
If you fall over, then you have to go to
looks like his front is pretty far out there. He is running both, so yeah, he's got to be running plus. Gotta be running plus. Or unless he cut the ears off. I don't know. I have to see. Maybe that's why his front end is so crazy. I don't know. So there's this little kid up here talking to us. It's pretty cool. You're like, at the same time, dude, get the freak out of the shot, dude. No, I was kidding. No, he is totally digging it. His dad was totally digging it. He's hella talking about wanting to build some big, crazy RC for, I don't know, going across whatever. I don't know if he's...
They're okay.
Realizes how much that's going to cost. Not cheap, guy, not cheap. You want some kind of crazy RC car, dude, freaking A. You're going to have to pay for it.
Oh, sorry.
I could build it, though. I could build it. Just let me know what you want. We could do some crazy stuff.
Give me some space.
Dude, there's some amazing parts out there. Dude, I saw the Endura 10 scale freaking drive shafts today. Shiny, beautiful. Oh, my gosh.
You need to get it to angle down the hill, and then you got to make sure that you're turned that way.
Let's go.
There you go.
It's super duper quiet. Oh yeah, I forget there is no sound when I'm doing this. I'm like waiting for the sound.
Turn up, you were to come ass over, right? If you
what the heck, man?
Come on, right there. That's
oh my gosh, take it slow, take it easy, guys.
Woo!
So I try to coach Sammy in this one right here. So this is your number one no good thing. He's still in a hurt right here. Watch. No good thing when you run super wide, super wide extensions on your axles. You have a huge tire scrub, which gives you a huge elbow, which is great for some tricks. It's very cool. You can definitely use it for a lot of things. But in that situation, you're turning down the hill and it's shortening your elbow, which is taking away your support. So it's absolutely detrimental. It's totally scary. So how do you fix it? Well, you gotta, instead of turning down the hill, you have to get your rig starting to go down. Then you have to turn back up the hill and kind of like reach out with that elbow and slowly kind of with your steering and with your throttle or whatever, get it to begin to slip down and keep the elbow reached out towards the ground so they'd be turned up the hill. And that's just one of those things. That's how you got to do it. How you got to do it. Reach for it. Reach for it. Come on, dude. This rock definitely. I fought so hard to get up on this rock. And that's why. Because it's hella slippery. Super hard to get on there. Could have just exited the V out the back. That would have been easy. But I wanted to go up on that rock. And we got it, dude. Not straight up on it. Had to work over and get a hook off the back side. But still, nice job. So right now, Sammy would be set up for really killing it at something like out at the river with big chunks.
Going down the hill,
nothing really too steep. Not too much crazy. It's just more about reaching ledges and whatever. He'd be set up way better for that. Nice and loose. I'm not like that. I'm tight or anything, but definitely have a little bit more tension. I'm running bands. I don't think Sammy has any bands. And so the rig definitely needs to be banded a little more to be composed, because you see right here, see him pop up right there. He still made it, but your rig popped up, and so again, that's one of those things that if you can get away with it, it's just it doesn't look very pretty, and it's super scary. If you go if you go slow, you can keep it controlled, but you are definitely like it's just way harder, and you're on the verge of flipping, like right there. He's definitely not under control. Here, this is just, I think I just have a front band and then spring mod in the rear. This was a pretty cool one. Had to work the tire, make sure I caught the outside on that little deal on the bottom side. We got it, pushed up and over. Great job. Great job. Not really that crazy, but if you don't hit that just right, you're not going through. You will flip over, guaranteed.
Take a leap.
You will flip over, guaranteed, or you'll push off the other side and catch a differential and do something else. Back to wheels. Great job, Sam. So Sammy's just learning his Viper, and again, this long Viper is quite a handful. Lot to deal with. Definitely recommend running the sway bar quote thing in the back across the links. It definitely helps out, keep the rear end composed, not so floppy.
A little bit of banding.
And it definitely needs to be banded. If you just do a little light banding, it should freaking kill it. Should be a flex monster, and it should just be able to reach over things. Has plenty of dropout available, just depending on how you set it up.
Scary.
You can definitely set it up for a super droop
I got it.
and super flexy, or I'm beginning to learn. We need to see if we can go backwards and just keeping it much more composed, much more controlled. So rip till you flip. That's what you get, dude. Look at how nasty this is. You see that chunk trying to push, it goes out, and then I'm trying to reach around, catch the tire, and wrap it around. Just savage. Let's see if I can do it this time. So it goes down in a hole, going back up. Your rear end is, look at that. Rear end is totally unsettled. Kind of fixed it. Let's see if we got it here. Look at that. Come on, dude. Look at that.
So what I want to do.
Come on, dude. Sammy, you're in the way, dude. What the heck? Hold on a second. Let me move. Okay. Now you can see. Doesn't look near as crazy, but you can see. Oh, shiznit.
Too hard, dude. This is not gonna
Too hard, dude. Too freaking hard. I thought I got
That's
this.
a good line to be able to hook on that.
I really thought I got it. Is Sammy going to get it? You going to step up? Oh, no. Ran out in the rear end. So we're going to go do something else, dude. Just looking crazy, dude. Just pushing the limit. Just having fun, trying stupid things. Try this, but you can't do this. I felt like, oh no, it wasn't this rig. This rig was totally good. My other rig was having an issue. I don't know if it's just the torque beast on 3S or whatever, but it just was a little bit like jumpy. And then it didn't, you know, it would have the slow crawl and it just wasn't quite enough. And then it came into the mid crawl just a little too fast. So this right here, he's diffed out in the front. But as you can see, this is one of the issues with going so wide. He doesn't have enough chassis weight to really, like, you know, manhandle the long axle. He doesn't actually have a long axle. He just has an extension, a long wheelbase, width, which is good. It's going to help. But he's so wide, and what that does is it gives your axles leverage over the chassis. So when it hits, it wants to twist, especially when you catch in your rear end. You can see him also in the front. If it's not flexing up, it's just causing him to twist. It also it's part of what causes the suspension bind that causes him to keep lifting the rear tires. Again, he can fix that by banding, but that's what's going on. It wouldn't be near as bad if he wasn't so wide. So you think by going wide that you're being less tippy, but actually you're causing suspension bind, which is causing you to be tippy. So it's just one of those things, maybe a little counterintuitive, but if you really think about what's going on and the leverages that you're adding, just think of the lever. So if you think of the axle from the center of the axle, from the differential to the outside of the wheel, and if you think of that as a lever, the longer that is, the more leverage that you're going to have. And then on top of that, you put a bigger tire. The bigger tire has more leverage. Again, so you're having super wide and super big tires. You're in for, not that it doesn't work, it can work great, but you're giving leverage in areas, and you have to be very gentle. You have to understand what it's doing, And then that's where I also, if you notice my steering, you can begin to unweight a tire and weight a tire. You can bind the suspension. You can unbind the suspension. You know, whatever. You just have to pay attention. So there are definitely tricks to running a very loose setup. Riptail, you flip, homie.